What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is another Thursday. That does mean that we are in another Full Metal Classic. Tonight, I'm going to run down. I'm not going to introduce three of the people because they've been here before. What I am going to do is introduce two people who have not been here yet, and then get a couple of quick words from the other three. Dylan, question mark? I believe this is your first time being here.
Yes, it is.
So, how are you feeling about entering into the classic combat zone?
Feeling a little nervous, not gonna lie. I will say I've been kind of preparing for a while now because I've actually been a fan of this channel for quite a bit now, and this is just my first time actually reaching out to play. So hopefully it goes my way. I usually do reasonably well when I play along at home, so we'll see how it goes.
Glad to hear it. Ladies Man 2187. I'm sorry, Hank 412. How are you feeling about playing tonight?
I'm a bit horrified that it was a Transformers quote that had preface me. So I don't know. I was kind of drafted in this. I had a friend who's a part of this, and they were telling me, "Hey, you do okay at trivia? You want to join something?" I'm like, "Sure." And then they're like, "Cool, join right now." I'm like, "Okay." So now I'm here. So
that would be one Adelaide the Cleaner Spence, correct?
The Cleaner.
The Cleaner. Oh yeah, no, they have a very cringy history. They have a very cringy history. I can't wait for you to find out. You're gonna have to do a deep dive. But moving along, we have a man sitting here in a peach bandana.
Orange. No, it looks peach.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, orange, peach, same thing. It is one Ryan Carmel Mountain Payne. How are you feeling tonight, brother?
I'm just so freaking exhausted. I'm kidding. I'm excited. It feels like ages since I did Classic again, so I can't wait to play.
Fair enough. Can't wait to see how you're going to do tonight. I did not. The wheel was favorable, maybe to some people. We got two new names. We don't know how they're going to do. I can't wait to see how they're going to do. Let's move to a man with one of the most glorious pieces of facial hair I've seen in the leagues. Mark Menchaca, how are you feeling? It's been a minute since we've seen you, and the last time we saw you did pretty well for yourself. How are you feeling with tonight?
I'd rather we don't talk about the 10 overtime wrong answer fest that happened a month ago. But I'm just glad we're all here and knowing that the coronavirus cannot shut us down.
That is true because we are all introverts. We are all nerds. We don't have to gather together, so we can all be together separately. Speaking of people who are together separately, we have a man who is very well known around these leagues, a lover of a certain Superman movie, and I don't disagree with him on that. Ryan, the quote Premison is here tonight as well. How is everybody? Ryan, how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling good, sir. Thank you very much for having me. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm so sick and tired of the negativity going on in the world right now. We need to just have some old-fashioned fun, and what better way to do it than with Full Metal Classic, hosted by you, fine sir. This is going to be fun.
All right, guys. So if y'all are ready, this is how it's going to go down. Round one, it's going to be 8 questions in 8 predetermined categories throughout the movie universe. You have 3 repeats. There are no challenges. This is a live thing. We're not going to get into that. We can get into that afterwards. If you feel that something has happened or a question didn't go your way, you can come to me or any one of the other Full Metal admins after the fact, and we can deal with it. The person with the lowest score at the end of round 1 and round 2 will be ejected from the match. It's going to be an unfortunate thing. Hopefully there will be some brevity and a little bit of lightness behind it. But if you guys are ready, let's make this thing go viral. Oh, wait, maybe that's not the best terminology for what's happening right now. So we'll just get right into it. Your first question comes in the round of scores and soundtracks. In what film did the song The Rainbow Connection debut in? Let me give you guys about 15 seconds to write down your answers. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And
Nope.
Oh, you froze.
Oh, give him a second. Just hold our positions.
It's the virus.
No, no. Hope not.
Oh man.
So how about that March Madness, huh? Oh wait, it's not happening because all the arenas are empty.
Pizza
wow.
places have gone into hysteria because there's no March Madness.
And there's no Broadway shows either.
Man, that sucks.
Wow. Oh. Producers, we have technical difficulties on aisle 1.
Yes.
Anybody? Houston? Houston? Ah, darn it, they can't hear me out
No.
there. Where's Tom Hanks? Oh wait, no, he's been quarantined.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh dear.
God, he's gone.
We're sorry,
We're
folks, for the pauses or the dead air. We apologize.
You all are
So,
awarded 1 point for
what's his name?
technical
Oh yeah,
difficulty.
Dylan. How about that John Carpenter guy, huh?
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, how about that? Right?
Oh, there we go.
Oh dear.
We're gonna start with Dylan question mark.
Oh, I had nothing. I tried putting Wizard of Oz at the last second, but
Hank.
I have no idea, so
The quote.
I think all of you are too young to remember this movie. It's called The Muppet Movie.
oh, jeez.
I am indeed too young for this.
Mark.
I'm not that young. I put the Yellow Submarine though. I still didn't.
Ow.
And the other Ryan Payne.
I almost did the other Muppet movie, so it was just I put the Muppet movie, not the Muppets.
The Muppet Movie is correct.
See, there you go.
Going into question number 2, both of the Ryans hitting it. Question number 2 comes to the realm of comedies. What did Jamie Lee Curtis and Kevin Kline's characters steal in A Fish Called Wanda? There is one Midori in the crowd here to show support to her boy. Don't know who that is. So yeah, that's cool. She out here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Hank.
When I find out, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Because I got nothing. So.
Whoa!
Thank God we're not censored. And this is the internet. Quote.
I said Jules.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna come back to you on that one.
Okay.
Mark.
I said diamonds.
Diamonds is what we were looking for.
Really?
Diamonds is the specific answer.
Nah.
Okay.
Caramel Mountain.
I thought Jules too, but I went specific as well. Diamonds.
Oh.
Diamonds. Had no and Dylan with a question mark?
No, I put R.
Okay. Ryan, unfortunately, I had somebody give me more specific than just Jules. Had they not done that, I might have been able to give it to you, but because we did have a specificity, I can't give that one to you.
That's okay.
Question number 3, y'all, comes in the realm of taglines. What recent release had the tagline? Hell, any of them could have done it. We're gonna go
Lord, I broke the damn thing.
4,
I'll use a repeat.
3. All right, that's Dylan's first repeat. All right, your question comes in the realm of movie taglines. What recent release had the tagline, hell, any of them could have done it? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1 pens down. We will start with the quote. Who looked like he was quick to his board?
Was it Knives Out?
And Mark.
I also had Knives Out.
Caramel Mountain.
Yeah, honestly, it fits the movie. I guess Knives Out as well.
Dylan.
This
The
is,
repeat help.
this is not going my way. No, but I had nothing.
The silence is truly terrifying.
Unfortunately, the only person who didn't get it was Dylan. It was Knives Out.
Yep.
Oh, it
Lights are
hurts. It
getting
hurts
done
to
it.
see that.
I
All
was
right,
not
guys.
going to erase that.
I saw it.
Halfway through, I thought it was a
All right.
who's done it, unlike anyone who's ever done it,
Yeah.
which was in the trailer.
Fair enough. Question number 4, y'all. We about halfway through the first round. Question number 4 comes in the realm of animated. Who voices Barry B. Benson in B Movie?
Thank you.
Man,
Yeah, this is what we call in the trivia industry a softball.
Maybe.
Not maybe.
It
I know.
depends-
I don't know.
Like
Some of these
Netflix,
kids here
like
may be too
Helen
young to
Keller,
remember
who have
these
never
movies.
seen this in 5.
That's going to be the question.
I saw it in
More
theaters.
than Knives Out.
3, 2, 1. We will start with Mark.
That's Jerry Seinfeld.
Caramel Mountain.
What's the deal with me being back in yellow? Jerry Seinfeld. That was a terrible impression, but Jerry Seinfeld.
Dylan.
Jerry Seinfeld.
On the board. Hank.
Jerry Seinfeld. Also, it was yellow black in the opening.
And the quote.
I wouldn't be a real fan if I didn't know this one. Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld, best sitcom ever.
He's not a good fella. He's a bad fella. All right.
Thank God we're
Your
censored.
next question comes in the realm of actors and actresses.
Jeez.
Who has appeared in the following films? Rookie of the Year, Diner, and City Slickers. And we're gonna go 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, what the hell? I'll use another repeat.
All right, Dylan's second one. He is not treating it like toilet paper and hoarding those repeats.
Oh my
Your question comes in actors and actresses. Who has appeared in the following films? Rookie of the Year, Diner, and City Slickers. Five, 4. I would like to remind y'all, no touching of the hands or face. 3, 2.
I like my beard. I'm sorry.
1. Pen down. So do I. Let's start with Caramel Mountain.
Thank God I remember his face being electrocuted. Daniel Stern.
Oh my god.
Dylan.
No, I didn't have it.
Hank.
Mm.
The quote.
He was also the narrator of the great show The Wonder Years, Daniel Stern.
And Mark.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
thinking of Daniel Stern, but I wrote Billy Crystal.
Ooh.
Again, the Ryans get it. It is Daniel Stern.
There you go.
This
Should've
is
reviewed
a
my
Ryan's
baseball
match to
movies.
win or lose. Let's see where we're going. Question number 6, y'all. Question number 6, y'all, comes in the realm of directors. What is the only Judd Apatow directed film to star Adam Sandler? I would just like to point out to everybody here and our audience that if you get a perfect round, you do not get an extra question. We don't do that round here because we're not that good. Let's leave it at that. Don't. 5, 4,
Jeez.
3, 2, 1. I don't know why Alex just said Seth Rogen, but okay. Let's start with Dylan.
Funny people.
Hank.
I'm pretty sure this is dead wrong, so yeah,
Is that Uncut Gems?
it was.
Hmm.
Which
All
I'm
right,
certain is wrong.
The quote.
That would be funny people.
Mark.
Funny people.
Hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
And Mr. Mountain.
Funny people.
Funny people.
Oh, this
being
is
the
reverse
correct
Knives Out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Your penultimate question. There, I said it for y'all. The penultimate question comes in the realm of comic book movies. Now, these are movies based on comic books, not necessarily in the MCU, the DCEU, the 1010CU, whatever you want to call it. Could involve the Smurfs, though. But it doesn't, luckily. Your question is, what 1997 comic book movie stars Shaquille O'Neal and Judd Nelson? I'm sorry, this is barely a comic book movie. This is barely a movie.
Oh wow.
This is
I
a big
remember,
one. This is a
growing
big one
up
for
watching
me,
this.
y'all.
I have
Same
this
here,
one on
Ryan.
Criterion Play.
Wow.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This man's costume was stitched together. It looked
Yeah.
like it was knitted out of an Afghan and spray painted silver, like he was wearing Monty Python and the Holy Grail armor. 3, 2, 1. We will start with Hank.
Oh,
I get it wrong.
John Henry Irons Steel is correct. The quote.
he was much better. He was much better in the Oscar-winning film Kazam. Steel.
Ah!
Mark.
Steel.
Mr. Mountain.
Before Blade, this was the only black superhero movie I could actually watch. Steel.
Oh my gosh. Blade is better.
When did Spawn come out?
96 or maybe
Blade, I thought
97.
it was like 99, 98.
Yeah, I think it was actually later. I'm done.
Yeah, it came later.
Dylan.
I can't believe I did this. I put Blue Steel, which I think is from Zoolander.
Yeah.
Oh, it is from Blue
Dude,
Steel.
yeah.
Little shout out to somebody in the audience. I'm not going to get the Shaq attack because I did study Shaq Fu. Miss me with that. Your ultimate question, your final question, comes in the realm of action adventure. In National Treasure, Book of Secrets, the city of gold everyone is searching for is located in what U.S. monument?
Oh
Ooh,
Oh, I'm gonna. Man, that's
Ooh.
okay.
Yeah, everybody thought that he was crazy when he was going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
That was a great heist,
be
though.
real here.
yeah.
Was it though? It really wasn't, because they would have been all shot dead like 5 minutes after walking into that party.
You could steal the
5,
Declaration of Independence.
Maybe.
4.
Why you have to hate fun, Jay?
No, not maybe.
Wait,
2.
Can you repeat?
I heard a repeat.
Who was that?
Yeah,
Was
repeat.
that Hank?
Yeah,
All right, Hank's
because I feel like I heard it
All right,
wrong.
I'm
In
trying to over
action
everyone.
adventure. Shh. In action adventure. In National Treasure, Book of Secrets, the city of gold everyone is searching for is located in what U.S. monument? I'm going to go ahead and give you the quick countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Hank. Let's see if that repeat helped you, buddy.
I only saw this movie once, and it was the theater. It was the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, unfortunately, it was not the Statue of Liberty. The quote.
Would it be Mount Rushmore?
The one with the 4 people's faces is correct.
Oh, really?
Mark.
I guessed Mount Rushmore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, boy. All right. And for the perfect round, Mr. Caramel Mountain himself.
Mount Rushmore.
Nicely done.
Wow.
Ooh, very
Good job.
nice.
Good
Way to
job,
pull
man.
that off. Dylon, and Dylon.
Because he's spit on fire.
Mount Rushmore.
Yep, there I go.
All right,
Now we're
fellas.
tied, I think.
Okay, so this is where we're at. So I'm going to break down the scores real quick before I kick anybody out because we've got a little bit of a new situation that we haven't seen a whole lot, especially at the end of round 1. We might have seen it at the end of round 3 about a month ago, but we have a tie. So right now I have Mark and Ryan the quote Parmesan at 7 points apiece. I have Caramel Mountain at 8 points apiece, getting a perfect first round. Good on you, brother, for that one.
Yeah.
And bringing up the rear are 2 new rookies at 3 points apiece. Now, here's the thing.
Wait a second. Wait, I
We have a
don't mean to
tiebreaker.
interrupt you, but I'm pretty sure I have 6 points.
Oh, no, go ahead, Mark.
You sure? I'm pretty sure because I
Oh,
missed
you're right,
Muppet
you're right.
Movie
I
and
misread my
Understand
board.
Turn.
No, you're right. I misread my board. I appreciate you being honest. You could have just given yourself the other point and we'd have let it slide.
I thought about it for a second, but you know.
Seeing as that's the case, I've got Caramel Mountain at 8. I've got the quote at 7. I've got Mark Menchaca, the man, the myth, the glorious mustache at 6, and I've got Dylan and Hank both tied at 3 points apiece. Now we're gonna get into a tiebreaker. You know what? Because he's in the lead, he got that perfect round. Ryan, the tiebreaker is going to consist of either a worldwide box office or a Rotten Tomatoes critics score. Which would you like to see these two answer?
I think they would have a better shot of an answer if they went with Rotten Tomato critic scores. The worldwide box office, that can be easily overshot.
Yeah, that's a very hit or miss category. You're not wrong. So Caramel Mountain taking it a little bit easy. Let's see if it comes back to bite him in the ass. The quote: movie A or movie number 2 for Rotten Tomatoes critic score.
Well, I went with option 2 last time, so let's go with option A on this one.
All right, we're gonna go with movie number A. All right, so Dylan, Hank, the way this is going to happen is I'm going to give you a movie. The person who is closest to the Rotten Tomatoes critic score of this movie will stay with us. The person who's farthest away obviously will not be staying with us.
Goodbye, everyone.
And your movie, it's between 0 and 100. So let's be real, it's narrowed down for you. Your Rotten Tomatoes critic score for the movie that I need is 2015's Spy.
Oh.
I'm going to give you guys a couple of extra seconds so I can pull up my calculator because I am bad at math. All right, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dylan, what is your numerical guess?
I know it's pretty high. I put 92%.
Hank.
I didn't go with that percent.
78%. All right, guys, without much math needing to be done, unfortunately, I don't know why they thought it should be this high, but Spy's Rotten Tomatoes critic score is 95%. So missing it by 3 percentage points is Dylan. Hank, thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out. Sometimes that first match really there are a little bit of nerves that get to you. This is a live thing. We will definitely have you back. Try again in another 2 weeks, brother, and we'll get you back in. But right now, we're going to have to say goodbye to you.
All right. See ya.
All right, man.
Good job, man.
All right, y'all.
That's
so
a
we're going to
high
go back
number.
up into here. That is a high number. Should it be that high? No. All right.
I was going to put 94.
All right, guys. So what's going to happen is we're moving into... All right, so we're gonna move into round number 2. Round number 2 is our wheel round. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 2 numbers between 1 and 7 from Mr. Caramel Mountain himself, and Ryan the quote premising. I'm gonna start with Caramel Mountain. 1 through 7, 2 numbers, please.
Let's go 3 and 7.
All right, the quote. 2 numbers, 1 and 7 that aren't 3 and 7.
I will go with 1 and 4.
All right, hedging your bets. We will go to Mark. 1 number, please.
Let's go 2.
2. And Dylan.
I'll take 6.
6. All right, guys. So you all given me a number between 1 and 7. There's 1 number left over. That number is 5. There are 6 categories. I'm going to read you off 5 of them. There is a secret category. If it lands on number 5, we will go with that category. If you choose the secret category or it lands on the secret category, each question will be worth 2 points apiece. If not, every other category will be worth 1 point. Your categories to choose from are Laura Dern, Out to Sea, Legal Films, It's All Politics, or musicals, along with the secret category. So, let's pop that up. And I've got my handy-dandy wheel right here. And I'll go over those categories again if it lands on a number that everybody is looking for. If not, I hope it lands on.
Spin that wheel.
Lands on number 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Number 4. That would be the quote. Ryan Permison. Do I need to read those back to you again?
One more time, if you could, please.
Most definitely, brother. Your categories to choose from tonight are Laura Dern, Out to Sea, Legal Films, It's All Politics, Musicals, or the secret category. Now, I will remind you, the secret category is worth 2 points per question. It might be a little bit more difficult, but it's definitely worth it if you're trying to make a statement and a splash in this league.
No pressure, right?
Oh, no, very much so. Pressure.
I've done secret categories before, and they've been a little troublesome at certain times. So I'm gonna go with a category known as I think it's legal thrillers. Let's go with that.
It's legal films, not legal.
Oh, legal films. I'm sorry, but yes, let's go with legal films tonight. Secret categories sounds too terrible to me.
Okay. All right, guys. So again, let's break it down real fast. I've got Caramel Mountain at 8. I've got the quote at 7. I've got Mark at 6, and I have Dylan at 3. It's still anybody's game. The individual with the lowest points will be eliminated at the end of this round. I will ask them to stick around and keep score for me going into round number 3. Your first question in legal films. In what film does Tom Hanks play lawyer Andrew Beckett? Let me go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
1. And oh, all right. Mark with his first repeat. In what film does Tom Hanks play lawyer Andrew Beckett? And we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Dylan.
Philadelphia.
The quote.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Mark.
Yeah, I think I overthought this one. I said British Spies.
Hmm.
Ooh. And Ryan and Caramel Mountain.
I wrote Philadelphia as well.
All right. Ryan is still perfect through the match. All right, guys. Question number 2. In legal films, who directed 1957's Witness for the Prosecution? Ooh, did I just jinx Mr. Mountain? We will find out here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. We will start with Ryan, the quote, Parmesan.
I don't know, Sidney Lumet.
Not a bad guess. Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Yeah.
Mark.
Said Sidney Poitier.
Hmm.
Ooh, a little farther off.
Choice.
It's still not a bad guess. Caramel Mountain.
Well, say bye-bye to the streak. I went Elia Kazan.
Still not a bad guess.
Hmm.
Incorrect, unfortunately. And Dylan.
Howard Hughes.
Ooh, no. Unfortunately, we were looking for Billy Wilder.
Ah.
Billy Wilder.
That
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous Wilders. Okay.
All right, guys. Your penultimate question in round number 2. In what 2000s film will you see a law firm face off against a company called Pacific Gas and Electric?
2000. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, no. Don't tell me I'm losing ink. Oh,
Five.
no.
4, 3. Alex, you misspelled it, by the way.
Repeat the
2.
question. Repeat the question.
In what 2000s film will you see a law firm face off against a company called Pacific Gas and Electric? That would be the quotes, so to repeat. And we're going to go ahead and give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down. We will start with Mark.
Is it Aaron Brockovich?
Caramel Mountain.
Crap. I guess Michael Clayton.
Dylan.
Pretty sure it is Aaron Brockovich.
The quote.
No, I said Runaway Jury.
It was Aaron
Yeah.
Brockovich.
Yeah, shoot. I haven't seen
Jeez.
that movie yet.
It was those two that popped in my mind. Aaron Brockovich.
I couldn't remember if it was 2000s or not. I thought it was like 99
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
When you said 2000,
Came
yeah,
out
that got me.
in
Yeah, when he
2000.
said 2000s, that's what I thought
Came
it was
out
Runaway
in
Jury.
2000.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's all but a foregone conclusion. We will ask the final question. Your last question in round number 2. Who plays Ellen Rourke in A Time to Kill? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I said Rourke. And we will start with Mark.
Sandra Bullock.
Caramel Mountain.
I went Sandra Bullock as well.
Dylan.
I will not show my answer.
The quote.
I also said that girl from the bus, Sandra Bullock.
All right. Guys, that brings an end to round number 2. I have the scores as such. Let me adjust my bifocals here. I have Carmel Mountain stumbling a little bit in round number 2, but still in the lead with a double-digit score of 10 points. I have the quote right behind him with 9 points.
Oh, it was
I
Sandra
have
Bullock.
Mark just behind him. It was Sandra Bullock, by the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool. Nice. It was
And
the girl from
Mark-
the bus.
Mark Menchaca with 8 points. Unfortunately, with only 5 on his first showing, still making it to the second round, Dylan. Dylan, now I will ask you if you could stick around and kind of help me with a little bit of the math going into round number 3, because it is a double Jeopardy round.
Right.
So what's going to end up happening is there are going to be 5 questions coming up, and I'll read you those scores again if you need them. For every correct answer, you will gain a point. For every blank board or every incorrect answer, you will lose a point. And again, Dylan, those questions or those scores are Carmel Mountain with 10, the quote with 9, and Mark with 8.
Okay. Yeah, I had the other 2 written down. I didn't hear what Mark's was. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, guys. So if you guys are ready, we'll get into this. It is still anybody's game. Ryan, Mark, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Roger.
All right, y'all.
Oh, God.
Your first question comes in the realm of classics. What classic starred Omar Sharif, Julie Christie, and Alec Guinness, and was also directed by David Lean?
Would have got this one.
So would I.
Yeah.
We're going to go 5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2, 1.
I said
said
repeat.
repeat.
Pens.
He did say repeat before the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, calm yourself.
Sorry.
Calm yourself.
Sorry.
My board glitch. It's fine. I will give you the repeat. What classic film starred Omar Sharif, Julie Christie, and Alec Guinness, and was also directed by David Lean? We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with the quote.
No idea. Henry VIII.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. That is a lossable point for Ryan Parmesan. Mark.
It's a bridge on the River Kwai.
It is not Bridge on the River Kwai either. That is a lossable point for Mark Menchaca. And Carmel Mountain, what do you got?
Well, let's keep this loss of points going. I just said The King and I. It's faded a little.
No, unfortunately. What we were looking for is Dr. Zhivago.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Everybody in the audience was yelling out, "It's Lawrence of Arabia! It's Lawrence of Arabia! We studied this. You're wrong." Question number 2 comes in the realm of Oscars. What film won Best Picture for films released in 1979?
Ooh, boy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. We will start with Mark.
Is it Rocky?
It is not Rocky, unfortunately. Carmel Mountain.
Apocalypse Now.
Ooh, close, but incorrect. And the quote.
I went too far back. My Fair Lady. I have no idea.
Did go too far back, unfortunately. We were looking for Kramer versus Kramer.
Oh,
Man.
Oscars.
Round 3 is the make or break, and it looks like it is breaking all 3 of our competitors right now. Question number 3 in 2000s. Your category is the 2000s. Who plays Jackie DeNorsico in the Sidney Lumet directed Find Me Guilty?
Yep, I need a new damn board.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Carmel Mountain.
His name kept popping up. I went Vin Diesel.
That is correct for a point.
Oh.
Say what? Oh my gosh.
The quote. What did you have, brother?
No, not even close. I said Tom Wilkinson.
Ooh. And Mark.
Nope.
All right.
My God.
So there are 2 questions left, a chance for a 4-point swing. It's still a game, at least for this question.
Okay.
Your next question comes in the realm of sci-fi fantasy. In what sci-fi fantasy film stars Ben Kingsley as an extremely wealthy man who transfers his consciousness into a young man played by Ryan Reynolds?
Oh my God. Oh my God. What was...
If Caramel Mountain hits this, he wins.
God.
If Ryan, the quote, hits this, it's still game.
Oh.
And Caramel Mountain misses, I should say.
Oh.
Well, it's a good thing that certain people aren't writing questions because we don't skew them towards people's biases about whether they're good movies or not. We will go 5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh, nothing.
1. Pens down. We will start again with the quote.
Selfless?
Mark.
I also have Selfless with the dash in it.
Yeah. And Ryan.
Yeah, I also wrote selfless with the selfless with the dash in it.
And your winner with a grand total of, I believe it's 8 points, or is it 9 points?
10 is what I had.
Yeah, because I started off with 10, I lost 2, then I gained 2.
Yeah,
We back in double digits. We back in double digits with a grand total of 10 points. Right.
Ooh.
Carmel Mountain pain. Brother, you came through, you played a hell of a match. You went damn near perfect for almost 2/3 of the match, man.
Yeah.
Before we jump to you, I'm gonna grab a couple of words from everybody else, and then we'll get a couple from you. Dylan, this was your first time in as a rookie. You thinking of coming back? You thinking of playing again? You said that you knew a couple of those round 3 questions. It was just round 2 that kind of did you in.
Yeah.
Along with only getting a couple of points in round 1. So what are your thoughts on the entire process?
Yeah, I definitely would like to come back. I mean, the first round, I think, is what really the first and the second round is what really did me in. The first round especially, though, because it felt like it was hitting all the movies that I hadn't seen up until that point, which is frustrating because playing along at home, I tend to do a lot better than what I did. And I definitely feel like there were, with the Knives Out question, is like, yeah, the nerves definitely got to me there. So yeah, I'd definitely like to come back and give her another try.
I completely understand that. And from an individual who started out in your spot, being under the lights and answering questions is way different than sitting behind your laptop and just answering questions when there's no pressure and nobody you're playing against. We will go to our man who finished in third place tonight, Mark, the glorious mustachioed man, Menchaca. How are you feeling after your performance tonight? I know it didn't go 10 questions deep into sudden death, but you came, you saw, you played. How are you feeling about your performance tonight?
I'm feeling okay. Like, I mean, my goal every time I come in here is to make it to the third round, and I did that, so I'm okay with that. I'm a little sour about the Philadelphia. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there, but I'm okay with it. I'll definitely be back.
I'm glad to hear it. Also, it was pointed out in our audience, I believe that is the only film that Tom Hanks has ever played a lawyer in. Was Philadelphia. We will go over to our second place finisher, a man who had a very strong performance today, a man who has kind of been down on himself, but has brought himself back up, pulling himself up by the bootstraps, if you will. That would be one Ryan, the quote, Permison. You made it to round 3 after your last showing. You were out in round 1. How are you feeling about today, and are you going to come back?
Yeah, I feel like I got this weight on my shoulders and this big ass curse, which is like lose every single match you're going to compete in, or come in second place, which is what's been happening at least recently. But no, this was a great match, great questions. Everyone did a great job. The new competitors, welcome to the family. I hope you guys enjoy your stay with us for the next 100 years. Caramel Mountain, you killed it tonight. Congratulations. Selfless. I hope me not putting the dash didn't take my points down. I don't know. Hope I still got that, but. Even so, that was a fun match. It was great to be back. And will I be back? Absolutely. I had too much fun. I answered too many questions correctly to let this stop me. It's been rough lately. It really has, but I'm not going to stop.
I'm glad to hear it. And speaking of, we've called him Caramel Mountain throughout the entire night tonight. Let's give the man his due respect. It is Ryan Payne. Ryan, you broke double digits. It's not something that a lot of people have done in classics, even over the last 2 or 3 seasons. So you're here, you put forth, you showed up, you dropped your name, and I was like, let's get this man in here. I had one dropout, and I was like, Ryan wants to play. Let's get him in. You know your movies, you know your geek, and you showed it tonight. How are you feeling after this double-digit victory?
Well, if what you said is true, whoever dropped out, thank you. Thank you in a question mark, because I don't know if you want to take that as a compliment, but this was fun. I mean, look, the new guys that came in, Dylan and Hank, trust me, I've been in your shoes before. I've been eliminated in the first round of Classic. I've gone to the second round, been eliminated. Believe me, and that's right, 2 Ryans don't make it right. But trust me when I tell you guys, once you've got your first match out, once you get a feel of this, it's going to get easier moving along. Your only opponent is yourself. And Mark Menchaca, listening to so many top 10 podcasts, it's finally great to see you.
Okay.
but yeah, look, I'm excited. I'm happy to win a Full Metal Classic match. Jesus, the quote, I swear, if I had missed that one, I would have thought you would have gotten the next question further on. It could have been anyone's game. That's how close this match was. Oh my God. But I'm happy to come out on top. I can't wait to move forward. Maybe, I don't know how long it takes for me to re-enter for another classic match. But you know what? I will be patient. In the meantime, I'm going to start watching a lot of classic movies because clearly I don't know anything before the 60s.
It's not that you don't know anything before the 60s. It's literally Omar Sharif and Alec Guinness were in 2 movies together, and it was either Lawrence of Arabia or it's Dr. Zhivago. But the thing about it is no women speak in Lawrence of Arabia. So Julie Christie really wouldn't have helped in that situation.
No.
You did fantastic though. The whole thing about it is you mentioned it. You don't know how long it's going to take for you to get back. You just got to sit out a month. That's it. So, yeah. That'll be April 16th, 17th, right around there is when you'll be able to drop your name back in. Everybody else only has to wait 3 weeks. Or I'm sorry, we're going 2 weeks. So not this week, so not next week, but 2 weeks after next Thursday. So technically 3 weeks, but we'll get into the semantics of that later. But everybody did fantastic. Guys, so from Hank, from Dylan, from Ryan the quote, from Mark, and from our winner today, Ryan Carmel Mountain Pain. I've been Jay Burns. This has been Full Metal Classics. Remember, wash your damn hands. That's it. I'm not looking for a whole lot. Don't touch on people. Wash your damn hands. Be respectful and be the person Mr. Rogers knows you can be. We out. We'll see you next week.